was the early 1800s, and London was a different place. The narrow streets of Hammersmith were cloaked in mist and shadow, with little more than candlelight to push back the darkness. But something sinister was lurking in that darkness, something that would come to terrify the people of Hammersmith. People began whispering about sightings of a ghostly figure, clothed in white and moving silently through the night. The figure was tall, with a haunting, skeletal appearance, and would disappear just as suddenly as it appeared. Terror gripped the town as stories of the ghost spread. Some said it was the spirit of a man who had taken his own life in despair, now condemned to wander the streets of Hammersmith for eternity. As more people claimed to have seen the ghost, panic began to grow. Men, women, even children feared walking through Hammersmith after dark, worried they might encounter the restless spirit. To the people of Hammersmith, this was no mere legend. The ghost was very real, and its presence was bringing darkness and dread to their once peaceful town. One night, a brave local named Francis Smith decided to put an end to the terror. Armed with a shotgun, he vowed to patrol the streets, determined to confront and rid the town of the Hammersmith ghost. As Francis walked the streets, the mist hung thick, muffling his footsteps. Suddenly, he saw a pale figure standing ahead of him. In that dim light, he believed it could only be the ghost. Without hesitation, Smith raised his gun and fired. The figure collapsed to the ground. But as Francis approached, he felt a wave of horror. He had not killed a ghost, but a man. The victim was Thomas Millwood, a local bricklayer. On that fateful night, Millwood had simply been wearing his white work uniform, making him appear ghostly in the dark. The news of the accidental killing shocked Hammersmith. The townspeople were divided. Some blamed Francis Smith, while others blamed the ghost itself for creating such fear. Smith was put on trial, and the court grappled with a question. Was he a murderer, or simply a man driven to desperation by fear? After much debate, Smith was initially found guilty of murder, but his sentence was later reduced to manslaughter, sparking even more public outcry and debate. The case left Hammersmith haunted, not only by the ghost, but by the memory of tragedy that fear had brought upon them. Although Thomas Millwood's body was laid to rest, some claim that his spirit remained restless, walking the streets where his life was mistakenly taken. Years passed, yet tales of the Hammersmith ghost never faded. Some insisted that the real ghost still haunted the area, walking the shadows as he once had. Locals claimed to hear strange sounds at night, footsteps echoing through empty streets, doors creaking open on their own, and every now and then, the pale figure would be spotted once more. Visitors to Hammersmith began reporting their own strange encounters. Some felt an inexplicable chill. Others claimed to see faint, ghostly apparitions in the mist. Was this the ghost of Thomas Millwood, or was it another spirit altogether? The mystery grew as the sightings continued, and each new sighting brought fresh fear. To this day, the story of the Hammersmith ghost serves as a chilling reminder. Some legends, it seems, are born not from the supernatural, but from our deepest fears. And whether or not the ghost truly exists, the tragedy it left behind lingers, reminding all of Hammersmith of the dangers of fear and superstition.